So I've seen a lot of people talk about this animated adaptation of The Death of Gwen Stacy that Marvel apparently made on their channel recently. And while I could go on about it saying stuff like how I absolutely love how this looks, how the animation looks really great, and how it's even an accurate portrayal of the original story, I actually want to talk about a different version of this that most of you may not even remember, but we did get about a year ago. And it all stems from a little channel called Brown Table. See, Brown Table recently made a video called Spider-Man Blue, a storyline in which focuses on the aftermath of Gwen Stacy and sees Peter basically learning how to move on after her inevitable death, all while using an art style similar to the Spectacular Spider-Man series, along with some voice acting from Josh Keane himself. And it got me thinking. Imagine if the Goblin in this scenario, instead of being Norman Osborn, had actually turned out to be Harry, and he was the one to kill Gwen. Similar to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but done better. It would have been built up a lot more considering at the end of Spectacular, Gwen was actually thinking about leaving Harry for Peter. Now, that didn't happen sadly due to the series' cancellation. However, if it did, then it would have resulted with Harry basically resenting Peter for stealing his girl. And then, as soon as he found out that he was Spider Man, he would have wanted to kill him not only for stealing Gwen, but for also killing his father. The battle on the bridge would have felt much more personal with Peter and Harry behind the mask, and the stakes would have been much more higher. In my opinion, it feels like such a wasted opportunity considering Harry actually does become the Green Goblin in the comics. And if this did actually happen, then it would have made Harry's transformation much more tragic, and basically would have made the outcome of Gwen's fate more heartbreaking, not just for Peter, but for also Harry too. In the end, it only feels like the next logical step, considering all the hints we got about Harry becoming the Goblin throughout the series, and because it was clear that they wanted to not only adapt the death of Gwen Stacy, but also her father. And if this did all would have played out like this, then we would have seen the next season with Peter basically dealing with loss, and in the end, ultimately give us the Spider-Man we see in Across the Spider-Verse, the one that is okay with looking the other way. But in the end, those are just my thoughts. What do you guys think?